there. We got scared, but you're back, so you're up.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I had to let my daughter in, so thank you. Apologize for stepping out earlier. I want to thank you again for your time and just sharing with us your perspective. Phenomenal session. I think everyone would agree. I think last time you were here, just a few short months ago, I asked a question regarding the trucking industry and just that whole ecosystem with just the impact of automation and AI and how it's supposed to be changed and so forth. With the advancement and just adaptability of AI recently, we can see that all of the other industries will probably be affected by it much quicker and stronger. So with that in mind, I had two questions. I very much share your concern because all of that is dependent on who's training the data, how it's trained, the algorithm, and overall really from strategic the requirements from strategic vision of the founders and to the actual data that is being trained. So with the controlling AI development and progress, for example, how that can be really controlled or impacted, and if it's with regulation, do we have would other countries or other companies or other players be able to abide, or if they wouldn't, how can we basically make sure that we have that type of diversity within that space? And the second one is considering the data that was used to train ChatGPT and other leading technologies is severely restricted now. Do you see that being a hindrance as far as significantly restricting new companies entering the market?
So first question is about regulation and can we trust people to follow the rules, essentially?
Well, not just within the U.S., but it's not just U.S. and within American companies, or let's say even European. It's a global phenomenon, right? So if we restrict us, are we really behind other companies or other places in the world where that would not be following that same regulation? And are there any steps outside of regulation that can be done?
So I think conversations about regulation and moving toward regulation they're occurring now and to some degree, but are sorely lagging still. And similar to, in some ways, is similar to old political science theory around prisoner's dilemma and, who's going to act and make decisions on a global scale or not. We can't control what somebody else is going to do. And the effort to come to global agreement, I don't think should be stopped. And I think that's something that we need to move and work toward. And I think it's everybody's responsibility to do their best to get all interested parties at the table. As far as other entrants into the marketplace, there's a handful of private companies now that are controlling the large majority of what's occurring in artificial intelligence, at least what's occurring publicly. And I do think that that's a huge risk. Large for-profit companies that have this much control over what will be an existential period of time and technology for existentially impactful technology for humanity. And so things like open source. So first and foremost, just getting involved and understanding that this is a conversation that's happening and ongoing, and it is going to impact everybody's future. I think it's sort of like the step for everybody who's on the call today, right? Get yourself involved. Yeah, and I think it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. So what do we do in the meantime? Have conversations like this, encourage our kids and folks from the global South and women to be programming and interacting with artificial intelligence and all of the large language learning models and everything else. So I think it's an everybody needs to participate. It's a let's become aware and awake to what's actually going on. And then as democratic societies, participate in what we think our collective solutions could and should be.